WrestleMania 41 Night 1 just ended, and can I say this? It was good. It was good. I think this WrestleMania Night 1 has exceeded my expectations. And me personally, the right winners won the matches. That's just me personally. And the crazy main event too. But before we get into this video, drop a big thumbs up down below, hit the subscribe button, because it really helps this channel out, and I post every single day. Anyway, let's hop into today's WrestleMania 41 Night 1 review. So the first match of the night was Jey Uso versus Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship. Jey obviously coming from the crowd, his entrances with the yeet flags, waving back and forth, coming from the crowd, dapping everybody up in the crowd, and all that stuff, right? And then Gunther's entrance was nice, simple, and sleek. He just had his regular ring gear on, World Heavyweight Championship around his waist, walked to the ring like this, got in the ring, and the match started. Obviously, like most Gunther matches, the match was slow and methodical, like most. Gunther using holds, beating him down like boom, 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 boom. And, it was what I kind of expected from a Jey Uso versus Gunther match. We only saw like 2 to 3 super kicks in this match, so Jey learned from his mistake last year with throwing more than 3 super kicks, which was great. We got a lot of chops because if it's a Gunther match. I thought it was crazy. I mean, the first couple seconds first couple minutes of the match, Gunther hit a weak power bomb. Heck, Jey hit like 3 spears in this match. They look kind of weak too. Doesn't bother me though. Jey threw super kicks, hit an Uso splash. I mean, Gunther hit a power bomb, splash, kick out. And then I think it was pretty crazy to see Jey hit a super kick, spear, 3 Uso splashes, and then choke Gunther out with his own finisher, the sleeper hold, and Gunther tapped out to the sleeper hold. Gunther tapped out to his own move. What? And your new World Heavyweight Champion main event, Jey Uso. That is crazy to me that Jey Uso got Gunther to tap out of his own move. And I was just watching the press conference a little earlier when Jey was there, and I saw his new side plates. They're beautiful. A blue middle with Jey Uso and a thing. I can't wait to see what he does on Monday. But this show so far was kicked off with a bang. Jimmy ended up in the ring. They ended up hugging it out. And I really thought it was a cool and exciting moment to see Jey Uso win his first World Championship here at WrestleMania 41. Really think it was great. And then we had this match. The World Tag Team Championship match, which it exceeded my expectations. No, it did not. It was basically what I expected. A very good Raw match. It was what I said in my predictions. And I said the only reason why this match is on here is because either Big E's interfering or the New Day are winning the championships. And what did I say? It's because the New Day were winning the championships, which I'm glad for the New Day. They're finally getting some main roster gold after, 4 years not holding main roster gold. But it's just what I expected. I expected them to win. I mean, there's cool spots where Kofi did that, I don't even know what to call it, that thing where he lands on Eric's back. Eric gave a nasty knee to, I think it was Xavier Woods. The Doom Saws. I think it was all crazy. I think they're all doing their regular moves. I think I would have cared about it more If it was a Monday Night Raw main event match, I feel like I would care about it more. I feel like this could have been a perfect thing to put the Raw after Mania. I think it would have been perfect. That's just my opinion, but it's whatever. But I did think it was a good match. And your new World Tag Team Champions, The New Day, which, congratulations to them. They haven't held gold in, like, forever. So, it's what I expected from this match. Next up, we got the El Grande Americano versus Ray Phoenix, because he got replaced, but I don't got that. So, this match, I wasn't I didn't know really what to expect, because I expected Rey Mysterio versus El Grande, but then we got Ray Phoenix, and I mean, it was basically Ray Phoenix basically grappling El Grande Americano and basically barely let him, not giving him a chance to do anything, and just basically winning and like doing stuff until like, and then there was also this cool spot where El Grande Americano did like this, like, it was like a he went for a moonsault and tried to, like, like that floor, no, I don't even know. He did a moonsault, but then landed on his back on Ray Phoenix, and that was pretty cool. But of course, Ray Phoenix did some crazy spot, sending El Grande to the other side of the ring, and then letting El Grande Americano to put that little metal piece inside of his mask, getting to make sure. But of course, Ray Phoenix avoided it until he went for his finisher, where he runs on the top rope and kicks El Grande and Americano in his face. But then his foot hurt since he kicked the metal thing, which ended up costing him, because when he did a springboard thing, he got hit with the metal piece. And a flying headbutt from El Grande Americano to Ray Phoenix. 1, 2, 3. Ray Phoenix loses his WrestleMania debut match. And I don't think I got a picture here. Yeah, I don't got a picture here. And El Grande Americano wins his debut match. Wow, that's crazy. We got El Grande Americano on a WrestleMania and winning his first WrestleMania match before Chad Gable gets it in his first WrestleMania match. Or singles match. That's crazy. That is crazy. And I also wonder what injury Rey Mysterio has. But, yeah. So, yeah. Next up, we got the Naomi versus Jade Cargill match. And I thought it was good, personally. I think Naomi carried a little bit, which is fine because she's a veteran and stuff. It was a decent match. It was basically kind of what I expected, where Jade kind of was beating down Naomi the whole match until like Naomi kind of gets this opening where she hits her finisher, but Jade kicks out. But then she had to kept trying to do heelish tactics on Jade, but of course Jade ended up not really doing that and just ended up trying to hit her with all the powerful moves, the big kick she does, and you know what I'm talking about. And ended up having Naomi get hit with Jaded, though 1, 2, 3 after the Jaded, and Naomi. What the? Bro! I literally had it! Bro, we were supposed to be a picture there. I literally had it on my phone. I literally had it. Are you serious right now? Oh my god. Anyway, Jay was just and obviously talking trash to Naomi. What I expected from this match. Just a simple match which Jade mostly dominated, where Naomi used heel tactics and kind of got some upper hand a little bit, but ends up losing to Jade after hitting a Jaded. That's what I expected from the outcome of this match. Next up, we got the United States Championship match, with LA Knight taking on Jacob Fatu. This match was really good. Many people expected a squash match from this. I didn't know what to expect. I just had my expectations low just in case the match was trash or anything like that. That's really what I had. I had most of the time. I had my expectation low. So if a bad match happened, I wouldn't be shocked. But if a good match happened and it was crazy, I was gonna be like mind blown. You know what I'm saying? I think the craziest spots were when LA Knight had flipped over Jacob onto his still from the top rope into like a exploder inverted exploder suplex thing, and then where Jacob Fatu went for a springboard moonsault, but then gets hit with a BFT out of nowhere. But somehow Jacob Fatu grabs the bottom rope and still fights in the match. And then LA Knight hits the Megastar elbow drop when Jacob Fatu standing. Like, who? When did you start doing that, buddy? Like, buddy, what? Which I'm shocked. But, of course, it ended how we thought. Just a couple of super kicks. Then Jacob Fatu started running at LA Knight, doing a hip attacks like 3 times. Gave him 2 springboard moonsaults. 1 and 2, 3. Jacob Fatu is your new United States champion. Congratulations to him. And it's not even been a year and he's already United States champion. So I am expecting big plans, big things to happen with Jacob Fatu in the next coming of years. And I'm really happy and excited for Jacob Fatu winning this championship in match. And I got this match predictions correct. So thank you. Thank you. Now let's move to this match. Now I know many people said it was overwhelming, it was blah blah blah. Me personally, while I was watching the match, I was listening to the car getting back to my house. I thought it was pretty good from what I saw. I know I did watch it from my car and my phone, and I thought it was pretty cool. But now I'm thinking about I don't even know. Maybe, I mean, there was miscommunication a lot. I feel like the beginning of the match was good, where they were just brawling and not wrestling, which was pretty cool. I saw that Tiffany Stratton's tooth got like chipped or like it came out or something like that. That looked nasty. Hopefully we can get like an up close look and see what happens. She's gonna have to get some veneers or some glue that teeth back together with dental glue. But I think for sure Charlotte has a lot of ring rust. I think Charlotte needs to get back in training a little bit more. Maybe have a couple more matches on SmackDown and stuff. Where she gets back in normal. But what concerned me before with any of this stuff is the entrances. Now I can see they don't really matter. Because I almost cried when I saw Tiffany Stratton come out first. I said, "Oh no. She's gonna lose." Cause she came out in like this Barbie thing where she came out in this like box toy. I said, "No." I said, "Oh, that's a cool no." Like I was like crying in the car. I said, "No, they're gonna make her lose, aren't they? They're gonna give the title to Charlotte. They're gonna give it to Charlotte." But I'm glad I was wrong. Of course, it ended with the prettiest moonsault of all time. And honestly, I'm just glad that Tiffany Stratton retained that championship, because I think I would have cried if Charlotte Flair won that championship. I'm not even joking. I will say, don't ever have this match again. Don't ever have Tiffany Stratton versus Charlotte Flair ever again. Please, no. You would say I would rather prefer Nia Jax versus Tiffany Stratton at Wrestlemania. Is that a hot take? That might be a hot take. I don't know. Put that in the comments below. But that's crazy. That might be crazy. I don't even know. Now let's move. Let's move to this match. Oh my god. Now this could have been at WrestleMania Night 2. I'm not even joking. First off, let's ignore the Paul Heyman stuff. This match in general was just good. Like, I don't know, Roman Reigns jumping over the barricade on Seth Rollins and CM Punk onto a fan. Seth Rollins and Punk fighting in the crowd. Is Punk taking someone's paid chair, hitting Seth Rollins with it? Which, by the way, that chair is cost money now. You know what I'm saying? That costs like 10,000 times more than it actually did. They could make their money back after they bought the tickets. The trash can spots where Seth Rollins got suplex on them. The trash can spots. I think that was pretty cool. And I think we find. Hey, by the way, the new announce tables finally broke. Congratulations to WWE for having the courage to break the new announce tables in this match. And I think it was well deserved. Obviously, you got Paul Heyman goes, I love you, my tribal chief. I love you, CM Punk. I love you, my tribal chief. I love you, CM Punk. But I think it was a match, and of course we got Roman hating Seth so much. Seth is like trying to get Roman on his side, but Roman won't do it and just keeps uppercutting him. But then there was a point in the match where Seth started manipulating Roman. It looked like they were about to do a shield powerbomb. Seth got Punk ready, and he said, get him up! And Roman was like, get him up, and he said, oh, boom! And then hits Roman, and then hits Seth in the face, and it puts Seth then puts Punk through the table himself, but then puts Seth through the table himself, and that's crazy. And then the spear out of nowhere, when they got back in the ring, and Seth kicked out at 9.99 seconds. And by the way, let's talk about it. So there were so many false finishes and submissions in this match. It was mind-boggling how many false finishes there were. No joke. This was crazy false finishes. It was crazy. I think the crazy part is when it got to the end of the match where Paul Heyman finally got involved, grabbed a steel chair, didn't know who to pass the chair to, but passed it to CM Punk, and CM Punk was about to do it, and then he gets low blowed by Paul Heyman, and Paul Heyman gives the chair to Roman Reigns and said, you are welcome, my tribal chief. And then when Roman Reigns was about to hit Seth with it, he gets low blowed by Paul Heyman, and then Paul Heyman gives the chair to Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins hits the chair on Roman Reigns, curb stomps him, and pins Roman Reigns to win the match. And now it's Paul Heyman and Seth Rollins standing tall at the end of night 1. And CM Punk and Roman Reigns are don't know what to do with themselves. That was what I call cinema. Cinema, kids, remember that. I thought that probably was the craziest thing I've seen all year. And if they replaced this with Cody versus John at Mania, actually, I can't talk about night 1 yet because we haven't night 2 yet because we haven't seen it. We don't know what matches will be better. One thing I do hope, I hope the crowd is better for night 2 and the matches are a little bit better. By the way, I do think Becky Lynch is returning next night 2 because Bayley's been taken out and she was in Las Vegas anyway for the Hall of Fame ceremony. So yeah. Also, why did Seth was on all black with a flamethrower and then he just came out in all white? Like, bro, like crazy to me. Anyway, that's the review of WrestleMania 41 Night 1 review. Hope you guys enjoy. See you guys tomorrow for night 2 review, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.